Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Gabby and I like to talk about books. So long story short, a while ago I decided to do a giant unhaul of a bunch of books that I thought I wasn't going to be interested in, or I don't know, my genre was changing, my genre taste was changing, and I went through my books, and some of them I just unhauled even though I had never even read them. I don't know, and I look back now and I'm like, what was I thinking? I definitely still want to read this. Thank goodness for procrastination and that I never donated these, but I thought I would go through them. I have 2 boxes here. Whenever I decided to unhaul these books, I was pregnant with twins, and I was in the high peak of pregnancy hormones, and for some reason I had just like written off any type of book except classic literature. I don't know. I mean, not that I don't like classics, but it just, I look at it now and I definitely know that it was the pregnancy hormones. I don't know how it affects it. It just does. And it's funny because this was my second pregnancy, but the first time I was pregnant, the same thing happened. When I was pregnant with my eldest, the exact same thing happened. I only wanted to read classic literature. I don't know, but we'll go with it. But either way, I'm happy I still have these books. I'm happy that I can go through them. And it's kind of exciting because I forget a lot of the ones that are in there, because this was, gosh, my twins are 5 months now, so this was probably like 8 months ago, and I just have no idea what's in them now. So now it's kind of exciting. It's like, it's almost like shopping for new books, but for free. Okay, so we'll go the biggest box first, only because it's closest to me. Oh my gosh. Okay. I would hold it up for you guys, but here, I'll show you. There's the box in all of her glory. Oh, her friend is down there too. Are we back? Okay. Sorry if the angle's a little off now. But all right, let's go through them, and I will have a yes, I still want to get rid of you pile. And then I will have a, no, I think I'll keep you around for a little bit pile. So the first one, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I don't know why I got rid of this. I want to read this. I love Christina Lauren's writing. Keep. The next one, Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence Given. This is, I don't know. It looks really cool inside, but honestly, I just don't ever see myself picking this up. So we'll donate this. Oh, an air fryer recipe cookbook. We'll donate this. Hot take, I hate using my air fryer. My husband got us like this very nice, like high-tech air fryer. He got it what? 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I can count on my hands how many times I have used it. I don't know what it is. It just feels like a hassle. And I know so many people say it's so much easier, but it's really not. It's really not, because then you have to clean the inside of it after. I have to take it out because I'm not leaving it on the counter because I need the counter space. To me, it's not worth the effort. I'll just put it in the oven, whatever it is. If I need to cook it like that, I'll put it in the oven. The next one, Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. It'd be like cool to have on my shelf, but honestly, I'm probably never going to read this. So we'll go ahead and unhaul it. We'll give it to a home that will show it the proper love that it deserves. I've seen all the movies. Much more of a, it's hard for me to like watch movies first and then read the book because I already know everything that happens. So I don't know though, because I'm reading the Harry Potter series right now and I've seen all those movies. I don't know. Okay, the next one is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. So this is the follow-on to To Kill a Mockingbird. That was actually I think To Kill a Mockingbird was the very first book I read when I decided to like really get into reading like that, like 5 years ago. I think I had like Googled like what is one of the highest rated books of all time, and that popped up and I read it, and I did not get lost in it. I didn't understand at the time like there's character driven stories and there's plot driven stories and just all the difference of genres. But yeah, honestly, I'm never gonna read it. Let's be honest, I'm not going to. I will give it to a good home. Okay, next. Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. I was watching like a couple years ago, I think it was a couple years ago. Anyway, I was watching one of Sarah Caroli's videos and she was talking about this book and she was raving about it, and typically we have the same taste. Oh, is it illustrated? No, just the chapters are like, honestly, I'm gonna keep it. I see myself picking this up. Not sure why I unhauled it. Okay, the next one, Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I read like the first couple chapters and I didn't like it. I just couldn't get into it. Like it almost seemed like it was trying to be deeper than what it was. I don't know if that makes any sense. I've seen mixed reviews. No, I just read a line in here and it was pretty corny. Honestly, I don't see myself picking this up. I don't know, I just don't. I have no interest in it, so unhaul. The next one, my arch nemesis. I know, so many people have. I feel like with Sally Rooney's writing, at least with this book, I haven't read any of her other stuff. I feel like you either love it or you hate it. And it's hard to be indifferent about it. I DNF'd this. I could not stand the no quotation marks. It felt pretentious, like the kid who does something for attention but then pretends like they actually didn't want the attention, but then it's like, all right, I guess I'll have the attention. If I could bottle that up and mix it with a not so great plot and morph it into a book, it would be this book. This book would be the love child of that. I don't want to keep a book on my shelf that I don't like. I want it to go to someone who will love it and enjoy it like books deserve. The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. Never read this, not sure why I unhauled it. Again, pregnancy brain. Pregnant brain. I will be keeping this and I'll be reading it hopefully this winter. Next one is the first two books in, what is this? The Monster and Muses series. So Promises and Pomegranates and Vipers and Virtuosos. These are dark romances. I know this one's a mafia romance between Elena and Cal. I started to read this, but this was my very first dip into dark romance, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't crazy about it, but that was a while ago. That was probably a year and a half ago. I kind of want to try it again. I've kind of been lately like wanting to see if I could enjoy some dark romance sometimes. I don't know if you have to read them in order. I'm not sure, but yeah, I kind of want to test these out. The 50th Law by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. Oh my gosh, I got this right after I got back from deployment in 2018. I have never read it. I will likely never read it. Donate. Okay, the next one is Scarred from the Never After like series. They're basically retellings of like Disney stories. I think there's like a Peter Pan one. This one, which is like Lion King, Scar. It's like the villain, right? So Captain Hook, Scar. There's like two more, but I can't think of it. I think this is also a dark romance. I think all the people that I've heard that have read them like them. Oh, on the back there's Hooked and Wretched. Hooked is Peter Pan. This is Lion King. I don't know what Wretched is. I think I'm gonna keep this. I think I'll give it a Ganda. I think Hooked is the one people like the best, I think. I don't know, but I'll try it out. Okay, the next one is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. I've heard that the spice scenes in this read like they were written by a teenage boy who has watched way too much degrading porn. Let me like peruse really quick and see. I almost want to keep this just to read it, to talk about how bad it is. How about freaking there? Okay, so this was A Long Way Gone, Memoirs of a Boy Soldier by Ishmael Beah. This was actually my husband's book. Yeah, it's his story about whenever he was 12, rebels in Sierra Leone. 13, he was picked up by the government army. No, I don't want to read about this. I will bawl my eyes out. Thank you, but no. Okay, the next one is Call Me by Your Name. I don't really have an interest in it. Honestly, I don't think I'm ever gonna pick it up. It's a cool thought. I'll probably just watch the movie. I know, but I don't see myself really picking that up. Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. Why did I get rid of this? I've never even read this. Yeah, this looks so cute. I'm keeping this. Why did I remember I got this at a cute little beach bookstore too. I don't know what I was going through. Oh my gosh, okay. Classic ghost stories. No, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I don't even want this juju in my house. Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. I will be donating this. I have never read it, not going to, because I know what it's about. And as a mother, I can't read this. I actually kind of have not written off Colleen Hoover, but I don't read her stories anymore or buy her books really. I think she's extremely talented, very successful. I'll probably see It Ends With Us, like the movie, because I've already read the book. But I've noticed in each of her novels that I've read so far, there's always a child involved, and it feels like something bad happens to a child a lot. And I can't read about that. That's my biggest, like, I guess, like trigger thing, that I just can't read about it in books. So yeah, I don't really pick up her books anymore because I don't like when the child inevitably gets hurt. So all that to say, I'll be donating any books I come across by her, because I'm pretty sure there's a few in here. So the next one is Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one was actually, I read some of it. It was a cool premise. It's basically about this girl, and it's like she goes out to a bar or something, and after a night she can either go with her best friend or go with her ex, and then it splits into two timelines and two stories, and it tells about the life that she would have, you know, depending on the decision she made, and it walks you through both of them. This seems cool, and I was reading it and it was interesting, so I don't know why I didn't keep up with it. I'm gonna keep this. I feel like I'm getting like a whole new book haul. Okay, so that's everything really from that first box, except for some books that I just know I'm not gonna keep like this is a book of just like short stories. I actually found this book sitting out on the curb in like a pile of books that people were just giving away. There's like random, like there's like hard covers with no book sleeves. I don't even know what books they are. It's like random, just random stuff. So those books are definitely gonna go. Okay, let's move on to box number 2. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I've read like the first couple chapters in this like a couple years ago, but I never finished it. I've heard it's cute. I've heard it's a good, like a cute read. I'll give it a go. I think there's more. I know there's at least one other book in the series. Like it's a interconnected series. Which most series, whatever. I'll give it a go. I already said It Ends With Us. Anything by Coho. I'm just gonna donate. She's very talented. I just can't read her stuff. I can't do stuff with kids. So that, along with Maybe Someday, Layla. This was actually a cool like I don't think this had any kids in it. This was like a cool paranormal romance. But I read this already, so I probably won't read it again. Verity. Read this. I've read almost all these. I think the only ones I haven't read were Reminders of Him, Maybe Someday, and then It Starts With Us, which I've heard this was not that great. I heard that this seemed very rushed. Like everyone loved It Ends With Us, so this was just like a money grab, or this was like a, she's just really got to get it out, like so that it pleases the fans. So I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one as well. Is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I never read this. I loved, what was it? It Happened One Summer. Was that the name of the first one? And then her first one, I loved, even though it was definitely it was just like a mashup of like Love and Other Words and The Summer I Turned Pretty, basically. But I love both of those, so yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I heard a lot of people didn't care for this one, but I'm still interested to read it. What's next? Oh, Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison. I read this a while ago. It's actually a werewolf book. I think I gave it 3 stars. I read it last December. I think I'm actually gonna keep it. I've already read it. It wasn't anything crazy good, but it was like, I still think about it sometimes. Like it was a fun, cute thing. I think I'm gonna keep this. Dune. What the heck? And to think, I had bought my husband a brand new Dune book. I'm never gonna read it though. Maybe. How long is this? Honestly, I have another copy of it. I don't see myself ever really picking it up. I've already seen the movie. So I know that sounds so like, I love to read books, but here I am like, well, I've seen the movie. So, but this just isn't in like my comfort zone wheelhouse. I can get on like a bit of a sci-fi train, but one so heavy like this, it's hard for me to really get into it. If this book has one hater, it's me. If this book has no haters, I'm dead. November 9th by Colleen Hoover. I hated this book. It's giving narcissistic, trolling, toxic, unhealthy, attempted murder. This book read like it wanted us to like the MMC so bad, but really he's just kind of a piece of shit guy. What's next? A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I've never read this. I think is this a bully romance? No, it's Forced Proximity. But it's like about younger kids or something. like kids in prep school, but it's like smutty. I don't want to read it. I read the first couple chapters whenever like a couple years ago, and it just felt weird. It felt like I was reading about kids doing the nasty. And I'm good, actually, so I'll donate that. Red, white, and royal blue. I'm going to be donating this. I heard it's cute, but I just have no interest in it, really. Donate. Gosh, Star Wars Brotherhood. My husband got me this because he had me watch all the Star Wars movies with him, and I was kind of on it for a little bit, and then he got me this, being sweet. I just don't think I'll ever pick it up. So, donate. It's cute though. Seeker by Arwen Elis Dayton. So, this was also in that pile of books I was talking about, that it was like just a pile outside, like on the curb, that people didn't want anymore. And my husband, he's so cute. He like picked them all up, and he was like, I found like a stack of books on the side of the road. Got them for you to look through. And this was in there. I cleaned them off very well, by the way. This was in there. I think it's the first book in a fantasy series. Interesting. The night Quinn Kincaid takes her oath, she will become what she has been trained to be her entire life. She will become a seeker. This is her legacy, and it's an honor. As a seeker, she will fight beside her two closest companions. They'll protect the weak and the wronged. And she'll be with the boy she loves, who's also her best friend. But the night Quinn takes her oath changes everything, or everything changes. Being a seeker is not what she thought. Her family is not what she thought. Even the boy she loves is not who she thought. And now it's too late to walk away. I'll definitely be keeping this. Sounds super interesting. Wonderful Mini Waffles recipes. We'll just give that to a good home. It's a book on mythology. I actually already own this in like a different format, so donate. H.P. Lovecraft Gothic Tales. I've never even heard of this. It's only 49 pages. Donate that. Along with Tales of Horror. You guys can clearly see Jordan's taste. I just don't see myself ever picking it up. I'll let him go through all these too and see if he wants to keep any. His Green Eyes, a poetry book, like one of these ones. I'm good, I'll donate it. I have a couple cookbooks left, and then a Fortune Favors the Brave. It's just like a little quote. I'll read as an inspirational quote. When you are finished changing, you are finished. Benjamin Franklin. Okay, Ben. That was Pretty Colors. We'll go to the Pretty Colors one. All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made up of light and shadow. Oh, Leo Tolstoy. Okay, I'm still gonna donate this. Okay guys, well, thank you for coming on this long journey with me. I think I ended up with, let me count, 12 books that I'm gonna end up keeping, only one of which I've read so far that I just wanna keep on my shelf. So I just got 11 new books. Technically. Alright guys, but yeah, thanks for hanging out with me while I went through all these books. Let me know if you guys have read any of them and what you think. Let me know what you're reading right now. If you have any recommendations for me that you think I'd like. The usual stuff. I'm getting sleepy. It's nighttime. Well, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.